Hi, my name is Sean. I'm going to be speaking to a bunch of young people today about just making wise choices. So, Google is one of the leading search engines on the internet today. Many of us use it constantly. I know I use it all the time, especially on Friday nights when my wife and we don't really know the area and we need to find a nice restaurant. So, of course, we go into Google and we type in what are the best restaurants in the area. The first 10 pop up, right? And of course, we're going to pick a restaurant from that first 10 category. But if you go to the bottom of the page, you'll see that it's 10 out of, say, 500. Now, I'm not going to go down to the bottom of Google and go to page 15 and pick a restaurant from there. I'm just not going to do it. Because, see, we trust Google. We know that these are the 10 best restaurants in the area based on reviews, based on what people have said, based on their food, based on their customer service. So obviously we're going to pick one of them, right? And the two concepts today I want to talk to you about making wise choices is simply trust and faith. You see, we trust Google to the point of okay, we trust them, we're going to pick one of those restaurants. We trust Google to the point where we know that, hey, worst come to worst, we can just Google it and they give us the best. Now, when we go to that restaurant, I believe that we have enough faith to say, okay, the customer service will be good and the food will be good, right? It's the action about faith. Jesus gives two examples of this type of concept when he gives a story about a one man who builds his house on sand and one man who builds his house on the rock, which to the people that Jesus was speaking to means a mountain. Now, building your house on sand, we can say, yeah, that is crazy, that is stupid. Why would you even do that? But to the people he was speaking to build a house on the sand was good. That was the norm. That was easy. It was vegetation there. It was easy to start a life there. It was easy to build a family there. You were comfortable there. It would be unwise for you to build your house on a rock in a mountain. There's no water. Why would you do that? It's harder. It's harder to live up there. Jesus Jesus makes these two concepts, and we see here, and he breaks them up into what's wise and what's foolish. And you see that to the world, what is wise, Jesus calls foolish, and what is foolish, Jesus calls wise. And I believe that the basis of that is about trusting. It's about trusting. It's about understanding that I'm going to put everything into God. I'm going to put everything into Him. I'm going to trust Him. Even though it may not make sense, it may not make sense to others, it may look a little crazy, but from my experience, those are the times where you build your faith. You see, it's about building. And I believe that you cannot have one without the other. You have to, and I believe that the first step is trusting. Trusting Him. You can say you have faith all you want, but if there's no trust, how can that be? And so first we got to trust Him and understand and know. And know and believe Him. See, trusting, I believe, is putting our lives in His hand. Having faith is knowing that He'll pull us out. Because He goes a little deeper and says, listen, storms will come. The story, the text, it never says that, oh, just because you built your house on the rock, that you're not going to go through anything. No, it actually says that the storm came, right? The storm came to both places. But the difference is the outcome. The difference is on how you overcame it. That's the difference. The difference is the fact that building your house on the rock, even though you've gone through it, even though it may have knocked up against your house, it knocked up against wherever you are, it knocked up against maybe your life, the difference is the outcome. Because one sustood it and the other fell. You see, it's a bad belief, it's a bad theology thinking that just because I have enough trust and I have enough faith in God that I will never go through anything. You see, that's a misconception there. No, you will go through something. You see, the text, there are text that says that what? That God is what? The present help in the time of trouble. So what does that say? That says that, yeah, we're not exempt from it. Oh yeah, our lives will be shaken. No, we will. It will blow you a little bit, but it's the outcome of it. It's the fact that I have enough faith to know that I'm going to make it through. And you see, and that's what brings in that. And I know it's kind of weird for me to bring it back to Google, but again, it's choices. It's choosing. And we make choices all day. We make choices on what to wear, on whether to take a shower or not. We make, there's always a choice to be made. And there's always reasons behind our choices, right? I think God gives us I think he gives us enough reason to choose him, choose to trust him. I think he's proven himself. I think he's proven himself enough. And guess what? No matter where you are in life, no matter what place you are, no matter what your past is, the choice is still yours today. It doesn't change. You don't get a check out where you've gone through all of these things, so you don't have a choice. No, the choice is still yours. And I believe that you know what choice to make. Remember, this is not an exempt card. No, this is not an exempt card. No, this is I'm gonna make the choice to know that no matter what I go through, my faith is anchored in him, and I know that I won't be moved. So the choice is yours. You know what to do.